keep a little deal.
Yeah. I think we're on.
I think we are.
Hey,
It says
hello.
We
You know
are
what? You guys
being live
caught us.
streamed. We're in deep conversation here.
Oh, yeah, we are on.
Now we are,
Yeah, okay.
and we
hey,
are not muted, so we're good.
welcome to Trail Talk. Boy, we got caught with
Firing on all cylinders today.
Okay. So, hey, we are really glad you guys are with us today. I'm Edie.
I'm Mary.
And we are coming to you live from our classroom studio here at the Chisholm Trail Heritage Center in Duncan, Oklahoma. And I was just thinking, Mary, we were just having a little discussion about how many people are sick and how it's just causing the closures of schools and
Yeah, we just got notification that Duncan's going to be closed from now until Tuesday.
yeah, and clinics and just places where I saw that there's like a little boutique on Main Street in Duncan, and I saw they were going to have to open late because they didn't have very many.
Short-staffed.
Yeah, they're short staffed. I mean, it's really impacting everyone. But you know what? Those things right there are what got. That's how.
That's why we are
Trail Talk.
That's why we're here.
That's right. That is why Trail Talk is a thing.
Mhm.
Because even when everything else is shut down, the world of technology allows us to still reach out and connect with people.
Put ourselves out there.
Yeah, yeah. So we can't breathe on you.
Yeah.
And
you might get sick of us, but
yeah,
we'll be here.
but you're not going to get real sick.
You won't get sick.
Yeah. So anyway, these are probably not some things you're going to want to go do.
But just take note
Right now,
of them.
yes, exactly, because I feel like this huge wave of all the sickness, it is going to pass. And
Right now,
we're
it's probably
gonna,
the Christmas rush.
yeah,
and
yeah,
New
we're
Year's.
going to come back up out on the other side, and it's going to be okay. But we're going to talk to you about some more vacay destinations, day trips. Now,
Volume 2.
volume 2. So when we talk about day trips, we're talking about like from Duncan, someplace you could go in a
Right.
day. And the first time we talked about places in Duncan and then over the Wichita Mountain area. I mean, very short drives. But today we're going to talk about some places that you might have to roll out of bed a little early to get there.
Might be gone a little longer in the day.
Yeah, and it might take several hours out of your day to get to enjoy some of these. But I really think that you're going to be very interested and want to go visit.
I
some
think
of
the
these
furthest
places.
one away is only like 3.5 hours. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like
Yeah, that's
outrageous.
true. That is true. So anyway, without any further delay, let's talk about the first one, the Oklahoma City Museum of Art. I have only been here, I think twice. I've only been to the Oklahoma City Museum of Art 2 times. Have you ever been
I
there?
don't think I've ever been to that one.
It's the one downtown Oklahoma City, and when you walk in, it has like, I think it's like a 50-foot tall glass sculpture.
Now I've seen pictures
You've
of
probably
that
seen
sculpture.
that. It is, and it's a Choluli.
Mhm.
That's the artist's name. I believe that museum has all of
It says
his.
it has one of the biggest collections of that glass in the
Yeah, of his
world.
glass. And this is an example, this picture. I thought this picture was beautiful. And honestly, it's just a part of the picture that was on their website.
Mhm.
It was much
Kind of
bigger.
reminds me of like seashells.
It does.
Mhm.
It does. The glass it's just beautiful. I mean,
It kind of reminds me of I don't know if you've been there, but like to the Bellagio in Vegas, that ceiling,
mhm.
how it's got those bright colors and the flowers, and it kind of looks like
Yes.
that glass kind of shining through.
That, yes, yeah, that is true.
That's what that reminds me of.
It is like that. I mean, and this is so beautiful, but the Oklahoma City Museum of Art has a large variety of art. I mean, they have this huge collection of Choluli glass, but they have so much more.
Film.
Yes, they have like, so they offer films that are somewhat new, but like they're foreign films that won like the Cannes Film Festival, or they are a certain country's submission for an Academy Award. I mean, they're
Really
really
independent movie type things.
yeah, very high quality movies. And then they also have old, like the black and white movies. Classics, yes. And so they have an auditorium there, of course. When I went there, I just went through a little bit of the museum and went to the auditorium. It was for something with my kids whenever they were in school. Yeah. But they have self-guided tours. They have docent guided tours. They have lectures, so you can go and sit in on a lecture
specifically
about a certain kind of art
that you're interested in,
or a certain artist.
Mm-hmm.
They have classes like photography classes, things like that. I mean, I was just blown away by all of the different things they offer there. And you can rent that place. I know that my kids have gone to proms.
Really?
There. Have gone to date parties like in college, date parties there, weddings/wedding receptions there.
I bet that'd be pretty.
Yeah. They have a rooftop place
where you can go out onto the
roof. You can go out onto the rooftop and have those things outside up there. Yeah. So it's just a super cool place and very reasonably priced, I think. They're open Monday, Tuesday, and closed on Monday, Tuesday, and major holidays. So they're open Wednesday through Sunday. So, through the weekend.
Their weekends are Mondays and Tuesdays.
Yeah. And prices $12 for adults, $10 for seniors and college students, and $5 for military.
Very reasonable.
Yeah. And children 17 and under are free.
I'm
16. I mean, you take your teenager and immerse them in some cultural serious art.
And they may get inspired by something.
Exactly.
Or one of these different types of art or an artist.
Yeah. Their website is very informative. Just Oklahoma City Museum of Art.
User-friendly.
User-friendly. Just type that in. They just have so many different things. Of course they have exhibits. You know how we have our artists, our rotating featured artists, like Polly and Kelly who were on Trail Talk last week. They have exhibits that are constantly changing
in there as well.
Yeah. And so I just really encourage you to check out their website and see if there's not something on there that really interests you.
Everything they offer, I can't imagine it not offering something that would interest somebody. I mean, there's going to be, whether it's the glass or a type of painting that an artist does, or just whatever, photography, there's something there for everyone. Right.
So I
encourage the family and everyone should have their own little nick that they fall into.
Exactly. Yeah, something for everyone there.
Right.
So I encourage you, go check out the Oklahoma City Museum of Art. Next is the Philbrook Museum of Art. And really all you have to say is the word Philbrook.
I just love this house.
I know.
When we lived there when I was younger, we went there. And then we also went one day to the Gilcrease. And I really couldn't tell you what art was inside. I just remember being mesmerized by it's more or less a home.
Right.
That they're housed in.
Yeah, it is a home. It was the home of Oklahoma oil man Wade Phillips and his wife, and it's a 1920s Italian Renaissance villa. So this is probably what you would see if you were to visit Italy and find a villa, a very large home. But it is.
It reminds me of something like from Bad Boys.
Yeah,
the bad guys would be back here,
Yeah, exactly.
Your bad guy business.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Something is very European, very European, and just beautiful. And it's in Tulsa, y'all. This is in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oh, I forgot to tell you that the address of the Oklahoma City Museum of Art is 415 Couch Drive, but it's right down kind of by the Civic Center.
Okay.
So
downtown.
Yeah, downtown. Where last time I was there, they still had parking meters. I don't know if that's still the deal down there.
Maybe that was part of the museum.
That could be a deal. But the Philbrook Museum So it's the home, like you said,
Mhm.
you get to experience the home, but then you can also experience the collection of art that's there. And they have gardens. I mean, they have outdoor things. The idea about this vacay destination trail talk is these are places that are inside, that you could avoid some of the cold weather right now.
Mhm.
And also all of these museums have COVID protocols in place. So if that
They're
would be
still
something,
open,
yeah,
but
they're
they just have certain protocols that they're
Yeah.
following.
Yeah, exactly. So you might want to check before you were to go, but we have the street addresses and phone numbers for all of these. And so we will be sure and put those in the comments whenever after this is over. Well,
Now, they
we'll
also
add
have,
those.
they have 2 properties, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Filbert
There's
has 2 different
there's
properties,
another one in the Brady Arts District, which is in downtown Tulsa.
and it's a satellite gallery is how they have it.
Yeah, yeah.
Listed
But they have European, American, modern, and contemporary art, as well as African, Asian, and Native American genres, and just a lot of pieces from a lot of well-known artists.
Mhm.
I saw that in the coming months, a couple is going to donate a collection they have of Mexican American or maybe just a Mexican themed art collection.
Mhm.
And Frida, you know, the lady
Mhm.
Frida
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
has
the
the eyebrow
yeah.
thing. It's some of her art as well as some other people. So their website
Recognizable then.
has tells all the upcoming collections that are going to be there. So, and right now they have, I don't know if any of you are Wes Anderson film lovers. Yeah, we kind of like Wes Anderson films at our house, and they have this collection of oh, what did they call it? They call it the something Wes Anderson. Anyway, people submitted photographs that are in certain color hues
Mhm.
and are symmetrical as far as, you know, what's in the picture,
Right.
which is very Wes Anderson-esque. And so this collection is photographs from one person who started the idea, and then other people submitted it. So they have this collection of photographs right now. So it's kind of fun,
Right.
kind of a little bit quirky collections that
Not
they have
your
sometimes.
Velvet rope.
Right.
Stand back
Yeah.
and stare at it and see what you see.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing that they offered on their website, they have meditations at the museum.
Out in the garden.
I don't know where they are, because they had 3 dates listed for January that were all sold out. And then they have just multiple, I don't know if it was just like once or twice a week. They have some for kids.
Mm-hmm.
And because of COVID protocols, they only allow 50
So many
people
people.
at a time. And so you need to buy your tickets in advance, but I guess they're super cool because people, yeah, they sell out.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know what the meditations at the museum are exactly, but I thought that they sounded kind of cool. Like it'd be
Did it
something.
say how long
kind
they
of-
lasted?
No. No, it
That'd be-
didn't, but
that'd be
I'm,
worth
you
looking
know,
into.
yeah. So I have a feeling it's probably music, art, something that you can like sit in a room and just kind of meditate or absorb, you know, whatever it is that they have. So
Kind of decompress. for
yeah, exactly. If you want to just like immerse yourself in some art, maybe check out these
There you go.
meditations at the
That's right.
museum. But they're open Wednesday through Sunday, 9 to 5, and Fridays 9 to 9. And on Fridays, it's only $5 after 5 o'clock to get in there.
Hey.
They have spaces you can rent.
Oh, uh-huh.
They're also, but they're general admission, $12. Seniors, college students, 10 or more adults, veterans, and healthcare providers are $10 each. And then they have that
The EBT.
yeah, the thing, don't we participate in that
I think
too?
we do.
I can't remember what that's called, but people who are on SNAP, WIC, TANF, or Sooner Care can get in for $1.
$1.
Yeah. And then museum members 17 and under, active military, and college students that are a part of this. There's a group of colleges that participate.
Yeah, I can't read it. It's too small. I was trying to read it.
Northwestern, Oral Roberts, OSU, OU Tulsa, Rogers State, Tulsa Community, and
University of Tulsa.
Yeah. Those, you're free. It's free admission. So anybody college students that live up close
surrounding
by,
area,
you'd get to get in there for free. So anyway, check out the Philbrook Museum of Art, or just Google Philbrook, and
we'll bring it up for sure.
That's breathtaking. I
know.
loved that picture. Okay, next is the Will Rogers
Oh,
Memorial Museum. I love this. Right now, our education program, we are on our Oklahoma History Heroes.
Ties right into it.
Yeah, and Will Rogers is one of our Oklahoma history heroes. I mean, without a doubt. His story is just so compelling. I used to do a character. I was his wife and would tell the story of Will Rogers, and I loved that character. I loved that story. But this Memorial Museum, so originally this was a piece of land. It's in Claremore, Oklahoma. So it's the farthest drive from here. It's 3.5 to 4 hours probably from here. But this piece of land, it was 20 acres that belonged to Will and Betty Rogers, and they were planning to retire there. And then in 1935, Will Rogers died in the plane crash with Wiley Post, and so Betty Rogers donated that tract of land. And they first built the memorial. He's buried there.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's buried there on the grounds.
Yeah, and then they eventually made it into a museum where they have tons of artifacts. Like Will Rogers was in 71 movies.
That's quite a career.
Now that's just one little part of what he did. He was in 71 movies, and so they have movie memorabilia,
manuscripts.
They have manuscripts from his writings. He wrote over 1 million words. He published like over 4,000 newspaper articles and had 6 books that were on the bestseller list.
He was busy all the time.
Busy man, not to mention traveling the world, speaking before the heads of state, kings, queens. I mean, you name it. He has been, he was in the court of someone around the world just because of the way he delivered wisdom and words of encouragement.
How he carried himself.
Yeah, and he was just folksy and likable. Yeah, and I mean, just so well received.
And this picture cracks me up because it's like you can see the orneriness in this picture right here. He's like, all right, what could I get away with? Just like a little kid would, you know?
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, if you ever study his life when he was a boy, oh my goodness, he was in trouble all the time. He got sent home from every boarding school that he ever was sent off to. But the Will Rogers, then the home site where he was born in Oologah, out on some, his mother was Cherokee. And so he was, anyway, that Oologah, the land out there was some Cherokee land. And I believe the home is still standing. It's a place that you can also visit.
A historical site.
Yeah, they claim to have his entire collection of writings there. So that would be very interesting. And like I said, they have on their website, I watched this one little video they had, and they have like a coat that he wore in one of the movies where he was the main character. So, I mean, they have, what a great collection. I'm dying to go there. We've actually been talking about going there as a family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a
There's a theater
some kind of
there, or some kind of on-site theater.
But there's some kind of a gun museum up in that area too. On my mini drives to Chicago on I-44.
Mapping your next vacay.
A lot of billboards on the side of the road indicate that there's some kind of a gun museum or firearm museum, and this Will Rogers.
World's largest ball of twine.
Yeah, I've seen it all. Not to mention Uranus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's where he likes to get.
I like to get my fudge from Uranus. Pun intended.
Yeah. If you've seen our previous trail talk, you get it.
Yeah. Anyway, they're open. So right now, until March 1st, they're closed on Monday and Tuesday, but typically they're open 10 to 5 every day of the week. And if you're a member, free admission. Adults, these are very reasonable prices. $7 for adults. Seniors are 62 and up are $5. Military with ID, $5. And children 6 to 17 are $3, and younger than
5 and under.
free. So I think this would be a great way to spend your day.
Yeah.
Would be up there at that Will Rogers Memorial Museum.
It's not like he was just known for one thing.
Yes.
So, I mean,
I have a feeling
so many
that
different things that he was famous for.
yeah, there'd
Or known
be a
for.
lot of things that you could see. They're also on their website. There's a guy named Andy who does some little videos, and I
Around in that
somewhere at
museum,
the
right?
one I watched, yeah, he was in the theater there, and he was twirling a rope. Now Will Rogers could do rope tricks like nobody's business. I mean, he set like world records. He's in the Guinness Book of World Records with some of his lasso tricks. And this guy was doing some lasso things, and he was dressed kind of a little Will Rogers looking. And anyway, so I have a feeling they just have something that appeals to all ages, you know,
It's not a stiff coat. type
yeah,
place.
and it's not just a bunch of reading,
Right.
you know, little
A
kids.
lot of interactive
Yeah,
type things.
yeah, exactly. So anyway, I'm gonna highly recommend this place. I haven't been there yet, but I'm going. It's on my bucket list.
It's on her to-do.
My to-do vacay destination
There you
list.
go.
Yeah.
Vacay Destiny.
Okay, this one, I know, this place just intrigued me when I came across the name of it.
It really, I don't even know how to describe the way that this looks.
I know, I read that sometimes people call it the Flintstone House, which does, but
It does stand to
it's
reason
called
there.
the Cave House. And so this part is kind of like a house. This part was a restaurant, I think. But well, when it was built, it was a restaurant by day, speakeasy by night.
That's right.
So from what I understand,
It's popular
There
outlaw
was-
hangout.
there's a fireplace.
This just right. It's like
Yeah,
Otter
and
is-
people could walk through the fireplace. It was like a secret passage
it's
that
there.
went to something back here in this
secret
hill.
tunnel through the fireplace that would lead all the way back to a big room under the hill. And then the tunnel to the secret room has been sealed off.
Yeah, and so that's been sealed off. So we think Geraldo Rivera needs to go there because this
were
is
talking
where
about this
Al
earlier.
Capone's treasure is buried.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we are challenging Geraldo. Is he even like
I don't know. if
come out of
it's-
retirement and
Yeah,
come on
yeah.
down here to this house?
Okay, so something else that's interesting about this is let's see. It is said that in this tunnel, and maybe this is the reason it's sealed
Yeah.
off, they are bodies of victims of the Ku Klux Klan.
It's been investigated also by the paranormal investigation team of Tulsa and is thought to be haunted.
Yeah, and get this, here's what happens. Here's why people think it's haunted.
Yeah.
Because there's a key tree there for the mysterious key woman who is said to have lived in the house and still haunts it. While in the house, several visitors reported losing their keys, which later turned up near a hill where no one had been walking. Others have reported seeing the ghost of the original owner in the parlor, and the unique structure was once featured on HGTV's Home, Strange Home, and in the book Weird Oklahoma, which we happen to
Yeah,
sell
we have that here.
in the gift shop right here at the Heritage Center. So if you want to find out more about the cave house and other weird things in Oklahoma,
Yeah.
check
Not to
it.
mention, did you tell them about the set of minivan seats? In
No,
memory of the two mechanics too?
no, I did
It's out
not.
there as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess this part is kind of decorated, giving a nod to people.
Recycled, it says recycled, home was decorated by owners Linda and Kate Collier, and the decorations and furnishings are largely fashioned from recycled objects that the pair found.
Yeah. So anyway, it's $10 for a tour, and you have to call in advance to schedule that. And I do have the phone number and location of the house in case you want to do a drive-by. And
Drive-by.
yeah, challenge you to go there with some keys in your pocket, see what happens.
Yeah.
I kind of got
I
shivers up and down my
wouldn't take your
spine.
key fobs that,
Yeah, that's something. Yeah.
Maybe some keys that you have laying around in your junk drawer that you don't know what those
Ironically, there were a lot of stolen cars around the ship. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. That did not really happen. But the cave house, I mean, you can tell it's been around for a long time. These are pretty old cars.
Yeah, they are.
These are early 1900s cars here. So,
Al Capone-ish.
yeah. Hence the
Yeah.
Al
Dorado.
Capone treasure buried behind that,
Yeah.
sealed up with the remains.
That's where we
of-
got those.
I don't know. And lastly, the Oklahoma Science Museum. I have loved this place.
We had fun.
Yes.
We went
We went, what, about 3-4 years
3 or
ago?
4 years ago, playing with the light bright.
Yeah, there was an evening event for teachers. And so we got to go and, oh my goodness, you could do all of the stuff like that Curiosity. It looks like Curiosity, but Curiosity, that was a place that they had added since I had been there with my kids. And it was like a little town or something with all these different little storefront kind of things you could go into. We did
all of it.
All of it. We did not ride the segways.
No, we didn't ride the
Around
segways.
the little
But
track
we
there.
did the floor. Remember that had
Yes.
the videos or whatever?
Yes.
And
We,
we did the light bright. and-
Yes, the giant light bright, which was so cool.
Yeah.
We went into the area where you make you pose and it takes a
Outline
flat,
them.
and it leaves your shadow. We just went to all that. It's 390,000 square feet of exploration and science. It's huge. Plus the planetarium. I don't care how old you are. Planetariums are so cool.
Yep.
And they always show just the space is just so vast.
Oh, I know.
And when they bring it so close to
you that you
oh,
thought you could touch it.
yeah, I love it. So, I mean, this place is fantastic. They have that tree house with the slide.
Yeah, go around.
Went down the slide. Yeah.
We did.
We did.
If we're going to tell kids about things that, we want them to go do, we have to be able to
You
speak
gotta
from
try it
firsthand
out.
experience.
You got to try it out.
That's right.
They also have the Oklahoma Aviation and Space Hall of Fame.
It's there.
I don't know if y'all know this or not, but Oklahoma is home to 8 astronauts. That would be a great trail talk.
The astronauts of Oklahoma.
The astronauts of Oklahoma coming soon on a trail talk
There you
episode. Yeah. But they have little places where little kids can go in. It's interactive to the
max.
max. Yeah.
I mean, it's like you go into a normal museum or gallery, you're always like, don't touch this thing. It's more like you have to find something that you can't touch.
Yeah,
everything is hoping for you to touch it and be interactive with it.
Yeah, they even have the old things like the mouth, with the teeth in it and the earthquake deal
And the tornado.
All those things. Those were still there too, and those have been around for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
But, man, the Oklahoma Science Museum. Now, whenever our kids were little, we bought a membership, which is probably the most. if you're gonna go more than one time, it's the way to do it.
Yeah.
And that is what it was, it's like, when you buy a membership to the Heritage Center, you're a part of a
Certain group of museums.
Yeah, and so you can go for discounted price, entry or free to different museums. This science museum was the same way, and we happened to go to St. Louis
That same year.
and we got to go to their science museum, which, believe it or not, I didn't think was as good as this one. I thought that the Oklahoma Science Museum
Was much better.
yeah, it was really, it's really
Well, it seems like
fantastic.
they're always updating something in there as well. It's not just stagnant. It doesn't, I mean, I know a lot of kids, a lot of field trips go through there every year as well.
Yeah, the OERB, Oklahoma Energy Resource Board, used to have a day thing, kind of a day camp kind of thing that you would take a certain age group of kids to, and they would have
Specialized for
little
that
sessions, and then you get to do free stuff. But they also have like rotating exhibits that you can go to. One time it was the body human, where they had like
the skin, the
bones
muscles.
and just, man, it was awesome.
It was very, like that would have helped me through anatomy probably.
Yes. I mean, sometimes I forget that I'm supposed to be an adult in a situation like that. And, they're like, Edie, come on, it's time to go. We got to get on the bus.
You're like that kid that is in the movies that you're always lagging behind.
Yes.
Get you always on a leash.
Yeah, that's me. So anyway, I did not know that they also have the International Gymnastics Hall of Fame there.
Yeah,
That's
I didn't know
something
that either until I read that.
I don't know if that's pretty new or what, but anyway, that's a cool thing. But they are open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday 9 to 6, Sunday 11 to 6. And the single admission cost, it's a little bit high. Adults is $18.95, seniors $14.95, kids 3 to 12 is $14.95. So that's a little on the high side,
Right.
which is why being a member, if you can put your money together.
Children under 3 are free.
Yeah, but putting your money toward a membership is really, it's really
because
worth
if you
it.
have a family of 4, I mean, that
Yeah,
membership probably
I
pays
saw
for itself.
where, let's see, you could order your tickets on their website, and there were like 2 different membership things listed on there.
Levels.
One was like a silver 6, and you got 6 free tickets, or a silver 2, and you got 2 free tickets. So, depending on what your budget was and how many kids and all that, that would help you decide, how many you would need. But anyway, then this is a great place, and you can spend your day. You could get used to, you could take your lunch and you could go get your lunch and eat. There were like places designated where you could eat
things.
So that would help too with your day, and you could just, because the last thing you want is a hungry, tired kid when you're someplace like this.
And the zoo is right next door too.
Oh yeah, that's right. I meant to, and Remington Park, and no, you can't leave your kids at this here.
Mom and
go.
Dad take turns.
Yeah.
So
maybe grandma and grandpa.
I'll tag in at 2.
But anyway, great place to go. Again, we'll put their addresses and phone numbers of these. Oh, Tina's already done that.
She done.
Tina is the bomb. And anyway,
on it.
yeah. So guys, we hope you enjoyed today's episode of Vacay Destinations. Tomorrow, Julie McKinney, board member, beloved
Get
board
ready
member.
for some laughs with Julie.
That's right. She's going to join us, and we're just going to talk to you guys about what it looks like in 2022 for the Chisholm Trail Heritage Center. I mean, it's still early January.
Yeah.
This is the time to do it. Let's see.
We're only a couple weeks in.
Yeah. So we want you guys to be the first ones to hear about all the fun things we have planned for this coming year. It's going to be good.
And you're going to see us.
That's right.
We're not going nowhere.
Yeah. So, you know what? Until tomorrow. Yep. Happy
Happy
trails.